Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Group podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with the season finale of the Citadel. Secrets in Night Need Early Rains. That's a very interesting title right there.
That is a poem right there.
Oh my goodness, right? So this episode got a 7.6. And
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. You know what? This episode was again, this is the season finale. We only got 6 episodes. I love these short episodes. I love short seasons, right? You get right to it. You can't screw up.
It reminds me of BBC shows, British shows. They just get right into it.
They get right into
Sherlock. Sherlock's an hour and a half. You get 3 episodes. That's it. So I liked it. Overall, what did you think of the series as a spy show and like a thriller? What was your vibes and overall take from it?
I am all in with this spyverse. I mean, the Russo brothers has a name for it, the Citadel spyverse now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I am all in with this joint because this first season, I mean, it was just, it's almost like, I was listening to the new album by Conway the Machine. This is a no-skip album. You're not skipping any tracks. The same with this this season, right? With the Citadel. I'm not, I can watch all 6 again, because they were all good, even the season finale. So I think this is, I think they figured something out and they were like, we're going to make this work. I think Amazon was on board and we know what's coming next. Right?
Yeah. I like the universe. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, the universe is cool to me. Like, the whole concept of losing the memory, the spy agencies fighting each other. And it seems like Citadel is more corporate than we realize. Because the way they initially said it, they're doing their own thing. They're away from NATO, whatever. But, like, the way Dahlia described it in this episode, she's like, no, they got permission from NATO to bomb this thing and kill your parents, your father. And so, like, it seems like they're more integrated into the government than they were letting on before. But I like the concept of the 2 spy agencies fighting each other, and one of them is supposed to be corrupt and evil. But I don't know, man. From her perspective, when she's telling the story about her husband died, I was like, that seems very 3-letter agency level. Like, they do that all the time. Like,
I mean, what's no
disregard for oops, we got the wrong house. Oopsie, like they do that all the time. Like that's pretty consistent. So the thing about it is that this is all a gray area. They're, you know what I'm saying? Like the bad guy is a good guy depending on who's a freedom fighter for today or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's where we're at here with these stuff. And that's more factual. Like the 3-letter agencies here, they're good guys sometimes. They also do very bad things sometimes. Yeah. For the greater good.
Exactly.
They're paying their taxes for that.
Exactly, for real.
We're paying their taxes though, so I mean, like, it is what it is. But like, I like that there's a gray moral area instead of just this is 100% the good guys, these are 100% the bad guys, yada yada yada. Yeah. Like, that's boring to me, especially knowing what today is like. Like, this is factual. It's more interesting that way. But yeah, overall, I like the show. I like the show.
So do you think that just based on the season finale, episode number 6, right? It was they threw us for a curveball, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that, one, do you think that this storyline from the first season will continue? Do you think that?
I think some of the characters will, but like there are 3 stars that do movies and stuff. So I don't know how much free time they have. So yeah, Nadia, she's got a family. She's a Jonas. Like, she's just got a kid. Like, I don't know how busy she wants to be right now. So we'll see. And then Mason, he's like, he's trying to get back into acting after Game of Thrones. So and he did some other thing for the BBC. He was the bodyguard or something like that. He's done stuff. Yeah. And then Stanley Tucci's busy. Like, let's forget about that. Busy, I think it's probably the last time we're going to see that guy unless he feels like it. I don't know. But like, I do like the idea of the show being this whole universe now, and you can do a whole separate thing. Like, what's the next one? The Citadel Diane or whatever it is.
Oh my goodness, dude!
That looks great. That looks awesome. Russo brothers are taking over directing. They're gonna run that show.
Yeah,
that's their baby.
This is their joint. This is the Citadel is the Russo brothers. Period. So, but
Well, they have the showrunner, but they're taking over directing duties for the next season.
I should say the Russo brothers and the Russo family. But here's the question though, right? Because again, this episode was a curveball. We now know that Dahlia is the mother,
Mason's father.
Mother. Exactly, and which is also kind of weird because they work for Manticore, but her son is a spy for Citadel, so that's really very interesting, right?
And then we agreed that Mason was the mole and he sold everybody out, which I think when he got his memory back, he was like, "Oh crap, what did I do?"
Yeah, he was like,
he walked in the other room and looked in the mirror like, "Oh, I'm a douchebag, man." You did not take that well.
Well, you know what? I kind of think that they okay, if this storyline for this season is completely over, right? I'd be okay with that, but I think that it can't be over because you still have Manticore and you still have
Citadel. There's a lot of stuff that's not answered.
So Bernard may have to come back. Dahlia may have to come back. Dahlia's on a run now, huh?
Yeah. So Dahlia's on the run. What happened to Bernard? Did he kill him? Did he get free? Is she with her? Like, what's going on? Because they do know each other very well.
Yeah,
they're not minor acquaintances. They know each other really well.
Right.
And I would bet money that Bernard knows that Mason is her mother or her son.
Yeah.
I'll bet money that he knows that too.
Do you think that Dahlia and Bernard may link up? Like, hey, you know what? You're on a run. Citadel is destroyed. Let's create a different agency, or let's we spin up the Citadel and do things. This is the reason why I'm asking this question is because this universe, like you said, it's wide open. Where do you go? There's so many places you can go with this, right?
I think they need to start small with the next season and then build up to get to the giant conspiracy theory and whatever else you're going to do.
Right.
Because you start a grand and you got to focus on tell a good story. They got to tell a really, really good story.
Yeah.
And then you can get into the little intricacies of what's going on there. It's a possibility because she really wanted Bernard to go get the missiles, whatever the cores for the missile. But after that, she didn't really have any hard feelings with him. But after it failed, what's the point of keeping him anymore? You don't need him,
right? And he also
she's
killed
burnt too, so it doesn't matter.
Oh man, her mother, the father's gone. Mason. Mason killed Davik too. Once he realized that he's Mason, he's still a spy. He killed Davik.
Yeah,
remember?
He killed Davik. That's disappointing, man. I like the twins. We lost both of them in the season. They need another good henchman guy that's capable. They need a solid henchman.
When Davik was when he contacted Dahlia and was like, you think I don't know you killed my brother? Remember that? And she was she was like, oh, you fool, I have a fallback. You're done. And he was like, it was just it's so weird because in a spy game, you always have to look you have to look behind. You always have to look behind.
Yeah.
You don't know who is coming at you.
10 spaces ahead, 5 behind at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just wow, but he was the muscle. He wasn't really the brains like his brother Anders, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's definitely muscle. They need a very good henchman for the next season. They got to have a good, because I like people that are capable. They're taking people out, their job was good. They were solid at their job. You need that because when you watch a show and all the henchmen are they're bumbling idiots like Keystone Coppers, I don't watch that. I hate that.
Right.
It's annoying to me. Just paper mache. I don't want to watch that show. I want to see because Mason was struggling. Davik was beat him right there until he kind of remembered oh wait, I know how to do this.
Right.
But that's what I want that. I can't watch a show where everything's too easy.
Right.
So yeah, that's interesting to me. It makes it more. The drama is more real. Stakes are higher. You feel they could lose it at any moment. That's what you need for a good show. Right. And this show, realistically, because the stars, anybody was they were to the level that anybody was expendable. Anybody could have died, and I like that on the show. They didn't for obvious reasons, but like they could have. And that's what we need for this going forward. It's got to be Game of Thrones level. Anybody can get it at any moment. It keeps you glued to the show.
Yeah.
And you don't get your hopes up about certain characters being good or bad. Like Mason started off being good guy, turned total douchebag at the end of the show. Like I don't even care what happens to him. This guy's he's putting babies everywhere. Like, bro, get your life in order.
Okay, speaking of babies, like they threw the messy part in there. Like, okay, let's create this one person. And let's bring in both baby mamas.
Yeah.
And then it was the whole now. It's crazy. So check this out. So when Manticore was gonna blow up the kill like Abby and also like Bernard's ex-wife, they escaped. I guess they left and they went to the Citadel headquarters, which is completely screwed up.
OG headquarters, yeah.
And so that's how when they were there, and Abby and the daughter came out, Daddy, and then you saw how like Nadia, she was
Nadia was like,
goodness.
Oh hell
she was
no.
pissed off. She was like,
Nadia was like,
daddies?
I'm gonna tell this guy that Nadia's first impression was when this guy gets his memory back, I'm gonna see how this goes. Maybe I'm gonna introduce him to the family and get in there. And he was like, nope. I regret that instantly. She's like, nope, nah, sorry, this guy's dead to me. Instantly, she's like, nope, this guy's dead to me. Yeah. When she went to the other room and saw him, she's like, nah, it's a waste of time. Don't even bother.
So, during that scene, when they were at the Citadel headquarters, which was at that point, Manticore came in and just like Swiss cheesed everything.
They bombed that up.
It seemed like Carter almost was like a second Bernard. He knew everything. He was like, we actually have a backup of your memory, yada yada yada. He knew the technology. He knew how to hack into the submarine, the whole nine.
Yeah, he's very good in the field.
He's very good in the field. So do you think that, I don't know, I think they have to bring back Bernard on some level because he's not dead. But where do you see Carter going with this?
Carter needs to come back to his own show. He needs a haircut though, but he needs to come back.
Yeah, he needs a haircut.
I would like to see Carter come back and do more. He's a good character. I like him. I like he's capable in the field. And, he took over this. He was like, you killed the captain. All right, I'll just take over the ship. I'll fly myself. Like,
right, exactly. Wow, this is crazy, man. Because like now, once he got his memory back, he realized, and once everything came to once he was able to visualize his memories, he was like, wow, I really screwed things up.
I am an awful human being.
Right. And now he's
not
like,
likable anymore.
And now he's like, wow, wait a minute. I have a child with Nadia. He already knew that because they showed like, just some back clips.
Yeah, he knew before.
Because
he's a deadbeat from before.
He got his
he become a deadbeat.
He got his mother to spy. He got his mother who works for Manticore to spy on a Citadel spy, really.
He's been an OG deadbeat. Like, cause he's got the wife beater on and a pack of cigarettes. He's getting milk. He's going out for milk. That's how OG he is. He started this. So for him to find out and be like, yeah, I'm good.
That was a really good storyline, a really good plot twist, a really good sequence that they created. Again, it was just like when they had the both baby mamas like inside of the HQ, it really felt like a messy Instagram post or something like that. It was just like, dude, this is messy as anything.
Show.
Right.
It became Days of Our Lives. Like,
right.
He was like guiding light.
But you know what? It wasn't even that it was fun or funny. It was just like, wow, they threw this in. This is
a messy.
Yeah.
This guy is a mess.
Wow, man. It's like crazy. So, and then when this all like zipped up, they gave us a preview or a trailer of the next thing to come. Citadel Diana. What do you think about what they showed us?
That looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And I think that the writing is probably going to be a little bit tighter because I think these guys, like the showrunners for this one, I think it's like a first time thing for them. I think the writing is probably going to be a little bit tighter and they're gonna get to the action better. I think it's going to be a better season overall. I feel like they're because the thing is though, all of these shows from Star Trek, you name it, the first season they're working out the kinks and they're trying to figure out how to do this thing, how to film it, how to do action sets on the budget. Once you get all that stuff worked out, it's seamless from there on out.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Like Star Trek in particular, after season 2 or 3, they get the groove going and it's good to go.
Yeah.
And this show, I think that they get to season 2, once they start going, they're gonna have a better understanding about how to do the universe. They have more stuff written out, so it's more interesting. I think it's gonna be fine. Season 2 is gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good. It's worth watching again.
They gave IMDb gave the show overall, just a 6.1. I don't get that.
That's too low.
I don't get that.
There's so much potential in this show. Like, this is insane how much potential is here. You can do all kind of stuff.
I definitely would not have given it a 6.1. I mean, they are off a lot, with this joint.
I mean, you could go ridiculous like Alias. You can go like 24. You can go, there's a bunch of ways you can go with this show. But like you can keep it low key. It's like a small level thing, or you can do high, big budget, whatever. Like the sky's the limit at this point.
Yeah,
the concept is here.
This is
you know what I'm saying? You can stop assassinations. You can do you can do really amazing stuff with this show, like Tom Clancy level stuff. Like the sky's the limit, literally.
It really
you have
is
a whole new universe.
And then the other cool thing is, sometimes with like some Tom Cruise movies and just other like sort of movies that like really go hard with the technology, they introduce things to us that may not exist. Like, for instance, Tom Cruise with Minority Report with the swiping, Exactly,
Yeah.
So I think that with Citadel, this universe, I think they have, like you said, the runway is so long, it's so wide. I mean, they can have a season where, these sort of rogue spy agencies are working with NATO, like they alluded to in in episode 6 anyway, right? And it's just like, this thing can go anywhere.
Because this is like a Black Ops type thing. Like governments use them to deny any the existence or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Mission Impossible.
Right.
Disavow, whatever. That's what you would use a thing like this. And I do think there's companies like this that exist.
Yeah.
Like, we don't name anybody, but like, hey, you know who they are. They exist, all right? 3-letter agencies use them all the time.
Yeah.
But I
definitely don't want to name any of them on a podcast.
Sky is the limit, though. You can do a lot of stuff with that. And you can go overseas, all kind of stuff. Like this is a good concept. I like this show. I don't think it's a 6. Like, you want to do your rating right now?
Let's do. I was about to say that's the thing. Okay, so do you want to rate the episode and also the season, or how do you want to do this?
The episode I give a 7. For the season overall, I give it an 8 because of the potential.
Yeah.
I think that in the right hands, you have a monster show right here. Like, you could do so much with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I give it an 8 for the overall season. Episode was kind of like, it's too much baby mama drama for me.
Oh my goodness.
Not enough action. But, there's only a little bit of action to get into the sub. They did a little bit of thing. But, like, overall, that story's not even finished yet. Because you don't know what happened to the cores, what happened to Dahlia, Bernard. Everything's open-ended still. So, like, nothing's solved. But overall, I think the series is good. I liked it enough that I would watch again.
Yeah. I'm going to give this the episode an 8. And the reason why I'm giving it an 8 is because they kind of set up the franchise, with this episode. Yeah. They set everything up, right? So I like that. And I'm giving the season an 8 as well because this is the first time they released this, right?
Yeah, it's a new show, new series.
The potential is ridiculous, like you said.
It's off the chain. It is good.
Other than, and again, I know you watch some episodic stuff on Amazon, which is pretty good. And we both know that The Expanse was pretty good. This may be the next episodic hitter for Amazon. I'm not going to say it's going to be Lord of the Rings because I don't know what's going to go on with that. This
fair enough.
This joint right here, this is brand new. So I'm just like, this could be it for Amazon. I like this, man. I am very looking forward to it.
The ratings must be pretty good for them to be like, yo, screw it, let's go all in.
Yeah.
The ratings have to be decent.
And they had to have recorded some stuff to create this nice extensive trailer too, right?
Yeah. I think this season's probably finished filming already. That's how much invested they are in.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that 250 million was for,
it's for both of these seasons. That makes more sense.
They said it's up to, it could reach up to 300 million. So maybe that was for 2 seasons. Who knows?
That makes more sense because I'm like, it was well filmed. Cinematography is great. Action was great, but it was not $250 million.
Yeah,
great.
No. Yeah.
You didn't blow up buildings and anything like that. Like, come on, man. Yeah. It looked good, but it didn't look that great.
Yeah.
I think they probably filmed like 2 seasons back to back, and that makes more sense.
I think
because that season looks ready to go. As far as quality wise, it's done.
It really is, man. I can't wait for it because, like I said. I love just like, finding something new that's really good and then waiting for the next season. It's just like, it's only a few things on my radar right now. And this is one of them. So I'm really looking forward to this. Russo Brothers, this is a great show. Amazon, great show. Gotta love it.
I agree.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.